Yo, I'm just sitting here thinking about the fact that the day that I should have known my kid's abuser was an abuser was the day that my kid's abuser's family, who was foster parents at the time. So one time I was watching said foster kids for this family. It's kind of like a swap because this family did like all of my childcare, right? For context, I was very much so a single mother at the time. By very much so a single mother at the time, I mean I had literally no support from anyone other than these people. Tangible support in regards to the care of my babies, even more specifically. That being said, I was watching these foster kids for them, and suddenly I get a text from the foster mom being like, hey, Bree, please bathe the kids, get them dressed. They're getting picked up. Mind you, this was like the middle of the day and I was supposed to watch these kids until like 4 p.m. So I'm obviously like super confused and I'm like questioning the lady. I'm like, what's going on? She's being very vague. She's just like, please get them ready. The faster, the better. So I obviously do that. Right as I'm getting done bathing the kids, the foster mom in question gets home. She seems very harried, like just in a tizzy, still not giving me any details. Someone comes to pick up the kids. She took the kids outside, so I didn't even get to see who picked up the kid. Turns out it's Child Youth Services retrieving the foster kids from their home due to a complaint that was brought against the foster woman's husband, so the foster dad. So the foster kids are completely removed from their home. Meanwhile, they have 2 bio kids in their home. At the time, this couple was my landlord, and my little apartment that I was renting from them was literally within walking distance of their main house, like not even a half a mile, so close. So I went home for the rest of the afternoon. Later that night, my kids and I regrouped at this family's house, as we often did. That was very normal for us. At that point, the husband, the dad of the family, informs me that a complaint was brought against them through Child Youth Services, and they're not worried about it. It's just like a minor hiccup and inconvenience. But like the foster kids have been taken out of their home right now, and that's just like, protocol. I fell for that hook, line, and sinker. But where I do remember being very weirded out, and I was like, the next morning, so my kids used these people's house for their bus stop as well because our kids attended the same school. The next morning, I catch the foster mom literally coaching their bio daughter on what to say and what not to say when and if Child Youth Services showed up at her school for an interview. I heard her literally tell her daughter, if they ask you if your dad has ever touched you, the answer is no. So if you don't know anything about the way that investigations involving minor children specific to abuse of minor kids is handled, one of the top things that any professional in these fields will tell you is you are not allowed to lead the child as the adult involved, regardless of what role you play in the situation. So now that I know what I know, right? You know how they say hindsight is 20/20? I'm able to very clearly see that this mother was not only coaching her daughter, she was obviously aware of what her husband, her father's daughter, who she's co-parenting foster kids with as well, right, was obviously capable of. Because I can tell you right now, if my kids are around people that aren't doing anything to them, I'm not going to have to coach my kids because my kids are going to be honest. I am of the genuine belief that a kid's first tendency will be honesty if nothing is like weird. Does that make sense? Anyways, thanks for listening. Part fucking 500 of me unpacking my crazy life.